Sarita, the founder of the Filipino Poets and Blossoms. Tonight is a fascinating night for FPB as we are celebrating our first FPB International Friendship Festival. It is essential to strengthening our friendship not only to the Filipino circle of poets, but also with the international groups close to our hearts. And since Progressive Literary and Cultural Society is close to my heart, I am inviting them to be our guest tonight. And from the Filipino team, FPB, I have with me Mr. Adrian Luagi and Miss Jacqueline Villusabento, Miss Ilan Retoma, and Miss Teresita Mariano Barrera. And Dr. Shaminas, can you please introduce the Progressive Literary and Cultural Society team with us? Thank you.
A very good evening to all the Filipino poet and everybody watching us. I, Dr. Shaminaz, represent Progressive Literary and Cultural Society, and with me there are other teammates like Dr. Manisha, Dr. Manju, Dr. Shahnaz, Dr. Kanupriya, and Manju. And Dr. Anupama will be also joining with us. So here we are with our sisterly organization, Filipino Poet in Blossom. As a group is concerned, our group, Progressive Literary and Cultural Society, was formed last year in August, 23rd August. But Helen is also a member of a Progressive Literary and Cultural Society, and then she also decided to form her own group of Filipino poets, and we have organized Filipino poetry reading in. These two organizations in collaboration have organized Filipino poetry reading, and so in such a way these two organizations are sisterly organization, and we look forward to work more and more and with the Filipino Poet in Blossom. And I love Filipino poets because they are very cooperative, very sweet and humble. And in future we wish to organize an event in Philippines when this COVID era ends. Then we think Progressive Literary and Cultural Society and Filipino Poet in Blossom togetherly will organize an event in collaboration in Philippines, and we will also invite you all in India. Then we will organize a collaborative event in India also. So next, Dr. Manisha, I think you are in a hurry.
Yes, Dr. Manisha. So what can you say about these two groups uniting from India and the Philippines?
The purpose of our formation of these groups is just we are growing together, and not only two will be joining more and more groups, and the whole world will become equivalent and nothing will be a distant affair. Whatever goes over there in Philippines or in India, together we can grow and discuss and share our ideas and help each other to grow together. So it's nice being here, and it's just the beginning, and I wish that everyone achieves success and this event becomes a fruitful one. Thank you for making me speak about on this occasion. Thank you, everyone.
I understand, and I am so thankful of your effort to come, even that I know that you are busy with something.
Yes, actually, my father-in-law expired, and just
so sorry for that.
That's why I'm not very well prepared for this. Thank you, everyone.
Our deepest sympathy from the Filipino Poets and Blossoms to your family. Prayers and strength. But you can leave if you want, Dr. Manisha. Yeah. Now, how about from the Philippines, Sir Adrian? What's your plan for this group? What's your input?
Okay, so good evening, everyone. And first and foremost, we would like to welcome our dear friends from India with Dr. Shaminaz and the team. Thank you so much for working with us. This is a collaboration, or like Dr. Shaminas called it earlier, a constellation or a convergence between two groups. This collaboration between two countries has proven to the world that in poetry and literature, there is no known borders. There is no borders in literature. There is no barriers for people to unite with literature. And I hope that this collaboration will not only unite like-minded individuals as poets and writers, but would unite Filipinos and Indians and all other countries, all other nationalities as we work together for peace, love, and equality. And as we saw in the Indian literature or the Filipino literature, there is a common thing that we all search for. That is universality and oneness. And this is a good step for PLCS and FPB to create this kind of event so that not only we will know each other as poets, but we will know the culture and the tradition, and as well as how do people think, how is it in India, why is it like this, or how is it in the Philippines, why is it like this, and we learn from each other, we exchange cultures, we're not only exchanging stories or exchanging poetry, we're exchanging.
Embracing cultures.
Yes. And that's
So
all
well
I
said.
can say.
Very well said, Sir Adrian. Now, I'd like to hear from Dr. Kano. What is your take on this?
Namaskar. What I feel is like, even though this COVID-19 has brought in a lot of depression, and it has a lot of negative effects, but what I feel is like, for this online platform, I think it has become a blessing in disguise.
That's true.
Otherwise, what I feel is like, otherwise, we would not have been so interactive, because having a lot of programs like this, because it is very difficult to travel to other countries and interact, and then via, you can say, through mails, it's not that effective. And so this has, in fact, I can say, being very, I shouldn't say this, but then I think it is, something, this COVID-19, which has brought us together. Even though you can say that through internet, through telephone, all this world has become a global village, but then you can say, because of this, you can understanding and appreciating about others, this has become more convenient. You can share, and this platform, you can share your views, your thoughts with others, and understand their way of life. So this is something, even though after COVID, then also I think we should continue with this. It's not that after COVID and then when we are busy with our lives, because the movement becomes more frequent, then also I think we should, spare time and organize such events. This is what I feel like.
That's very nice. So we all feel like that also. And we become, we improve, we enhance our technical,
Yes,
we know how to use Zoom. Yeah, we know how to
become
use.
more technical. Yes,
Yes,
more
that's
technical
right.
also.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, who else? Miss Ellen?
Nakamute ka po.
It's 8 o'clock. You're muted, Miss Ellen. Please unmute. Please unmute. You're muted.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Good
Yes,
evening.
yes.
I'm sorry. A while ago, I have some trouble in my connection, but thanks God, I am connected now. So I am so pleased that we have this kind of forum, and I believe that this is the start of extending friendship from one another. Although we are not in face-to-face meeting, but it is a pleasure that through this virtual platform we can connect with other people, especially this group that we have now, Dr. Shaminas and friends. Thank you so much, and I am so glad to know more about you and your culture. Thank you, thank you.
Now, thank you, Miss Ellen. Thank you for your thoughts. And now, let's hear from Manjo. She's actually in Spain right now.
Oh, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes a
Buenas
todos.
noches. Buenas
Sí,
tardes.
aquí, okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
afternoon there.
It's
Helen, I
around
think
4
we should,
o'clock and
Helen,
some minutes.
Helen, I think we should say Ola to Manju. She is in Spain now. Hola, Manju.
But she has
Hola,
to translate.
hola, hola everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. Vale.
She's my mentor in Spanish
Así,
language.
yo puedo hablar, pero hay problema que tú no puedes entender. Vale. I can speak, but the problem is everybody should be understanding that, and that's not going to happen, I'm sure. So let's continue in English, obviously. And what I feel is like I have been with PLCS from the very beginning. So I know and I have seen how the blossoms has started and how you extended your family and the magazine and then adding the poets up in that and going ahead with organizing the poetry festivals. I have been part of many of them. So I can see the progress happening on a timeline and joining up many new faces, letting them introduce to the world and the world of creativity, the world of culture, exchanging the informations, coming up together, knowing the people personally and sharing the emotional bonds as well. So I feel in this time, while coming up with these problems of COVID and Corona and listening some bad news as well, we also were able to connect emotionally, not physically, but we were able to connect, we were able to come together, we were able to have some creative platforms where we connected, where we did a lot of festivals and we did contribute to the literature and language and the culture. So that's great thing. I mean, that's really a great thing we have been doing. And thanks for like Dr. Shaminas and you too, Helen. That's like you continually giving all your efforts and giving your time from like taking out your personal lifetime and investing this in such platforms where we all can connect and come together. So I think that's the great part of being online and doing the things. I think if it's in physical, maybe we'll have problem in coming from different parts of the world, saying and like saying up our minds and connecting with them. So that's really great. Like we are meeting up, we are sharing what we want, and we are like at the same time we are doing some creative work as well. So that's my opinion about it. That's what I feel about it.
That's very nice, Manju. So now I think we need to hear from Miss Jackie. Miss Jack.
First of all, I would like to say good evening to everyone. I think Adrian has already said everything, but I'm so grateful to be a part of this event. I don't know much about PLCS, but I feel at home in FPB, in Filipino Poets and Blossoms. So this is the second group that I have, poetry group that I have joined. And from from the events that we've had from with PLCS, I have
Yeah.
learned much about Indian culture. And there are poetry groups that have made a survey, and they said that Indians were the people, or are the people who usually um, post poetry in every group.
Yeah.
So
That's correct.
Filipinos, Indians first, and Filipinos on the seventh place. So I think Indians really like poetry, no, writing poetry.
Yeah,
And
natural born
Filipinos
poet.
too also like writing poetry. But we are so, I think, many Filipinos are perfectionists that they don't want to post their 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 poetry just like that. So they they are, I think, they are shy to post poetries that are not really meticulously written. But uh, Indians, they are so passionate in writing poetry. They don't, they won't care whether uh, their poems would not be appreciated. They know that their poems are great. So they are very confident with their poetry. That's what I think. And uh, I have Indian friends, and they are also sweet, very sweet citizens. And that is all. Very intelligent too.
Yeah. They are sharp people.
There are Indians who really are good in mathematics.
Yes,
Natural
I
born
agree with that.
scholars.
I agree with that. Yeah.
They are good in math. My Waterloo is math.
Thank you, Miss Jack.
It's
And
nice meeting
now,
you, caller A.
where's
Helen,
Dr.
I just
Anupama?
want to, Helen, I just want to
Yes.
say thank you on behalf of all the PLCS member, and also on behalf of all the Indian, for so much of praise which Madam has given to us. We have Shanaz ma'am also, and we have Dr. Anupama also.
Yes.
Dr. Shanaz ma'am is also there with us. Helen, you can call Dr. Shanaz ma'am.
Hello, mom. Beautiful. Now, Dr. Shanaz, mom, can you tell us about this group, our objective and our relationship, and what else you can tell?
Thank you so much, my dear friend Helen from Philippines, and our president of PLCS, Dr. Shaminaz, Dr. Manisha, and all those who are here. It's like a kind of celebration, that we are having. Confluence of people, like-minded people from India and the Philippines. And I take great pleasure in being a part of this lively celebration. It's really, of course, such celebrations are really required in such in pandemic times. And this is a kind of, healing at the spiritual level. and I hope this flow of poetry from India to Philippines and vice versa becomes a never-ending process, and it lasts till eternity. And I wish all of you, you can say, a very, very happy ending of COVID-19 and its all strains. I hope very soon the world will say, or COVID-19 and all the strains of COVID-19 will say goodbye to this whole world, and we will get a chance to meet each other, in person, because we have been online, and that has this online virtual relationship has really strengthened the bonds between countries at the global level, and now we are longing to meet each other in person and share each other's joys and God forbid sorrows also, if there are any. And with this, I wish all of you best of luck and a very happy time tonight. Over to you, Helen.
Thank you, Shana's mom. That's very wonderful message. So yeah, we have to strengthen our friendship between Filipinos, Indians, and even other countries. So let's look forward for meeting each other one day. We'll go to India and you will come here in the Philippines. So that's very, I like to dream, and that dream will come true one day.
Sure.
In God's perfect time.
Yeah, that's right. In God's perfect time.
Thanks.
Now,
Thanks.
Miss,
thanks, Helen. May God bless your dream. May God bless your dream. I'm very thankful to be a part of you and our society PLCS. And I really enjoyed that moment, Filipino poetry reading. I really enjoyed. Actually, what I thought that poetry connected the sensibility of globally. The poetry connected the sensibility at a global world. It's just like a thread. It's just like a thread which bounded all over the multicultural people. That's the poetry is. I really enjoyed that event. Your event, Filipino poetry. And I wish these types of events on this platform can enhance our enthusiasm and happiness and everything overall.
Yes, looking forward.
Yeah.
Always.
So what, how do you feel that you're in space right now?
How was the outer space?
I'm feeling so much happy.
Is it cold there? So thank you, Dr. Anupama. And then let's go to Mrs. Teresita Barrera. Mom, are you there? Here she is.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am, good evening. Nowadays, poetry is indeed a very useful medium for us to express our feelings, whether you want to write a captured experience or you simply want to generate an emotional response for your readers. If you want to create an emotional response for your reader, you don't only want to bring the best out of your writings, but you have to satisfy your readers also. And I think after this pandemic, virtual meetings will always on the rise because it is more advantageous. It simply cut our expenses or it saves our time. You also have to give respect for others for their contributions, not on their appearance, but rather on their questions. We also learn to save comfortably with our comfort zones. It is more accessible for us to contain ourselves expressing our own ideas. Everyone is also able to find a link and you make everybody likable to participate. Also, the disadvantages of having this pandemic, virtual meeting, there are also some disadvantages because it is time consuming waiting for others to be available during a meeting. It is
Sometimes
also
the what we call this, the connection is unstable.
yes,
It's beyond our control.
Yeah, those are the disadvantages.
disadvantages.
But
It
we
is
do to
also
play
you
tense
don't.
without limit.
There is lack of seriousness because of disruptions, because of low internet or
Yes.
what do you call this, loss of connection. You will not be able to join the meeting, and it is somewhat disadvantageous because there are visual and audio things that you cannot actually have it in actual place or pictures that you can appreciate the things we do.
Yes,
This is
that's
all I can say, ma'am.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. And I would like
Okay,
to thank
ma'am.
you because we are running out of time and we made it. Thank you for your effort and your support and love. The most of it is love. I
Yes.
am not only supported. I feel not only supported, but it's really good and it's an achievement to be loved by many. So that's it. That made this thing successful because we do share each other, and at the same time we connect each other and support each other, and I can feel the essence of friendship between these two groups, the Progressive Literary and Cultural Society and the Filipino Poets and
Yeah.
Blossoms. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate that, and looking forward for another meeting
Segment.
because we're trying to we're planning to make it monthly, and it's good, you know.
Helen,
Mhm.
How about you, Dr. Shaminas? We only have, I think, 6 minutes to go. Can you?
I think
Yeah.
we should have more and more such kind of meeting because as I have told in the beginning that we are sisterly organization, Filipino Poet in Blossom as well as Progressive Literary and Cultural Society. By this we can do lots of cultural amalgamation, and it will be a cultural synthesis between India and Filipino. As I have seen one of your friend poet Milfred, she's teaching Shakuntala, and in the same way we can bring both the culture together. So I wish we can have
Yeah.
more events
It's a culture
with the
exchange.
That is so brilliant. My goodness. And I love these people. I love your team. It's my team also. Before FPB, I was so active with PLCS. before FPB was born. So I know them a lot, and thank you so much. And we still have time.
Yeah. Still have 6 minutes.
We still have time.
Helen, we can have our event either on Tuesday or Wednesday, which we were supposed to do, or on we will be having event on 2nd October and 3rd October. Means 2nd, we are joining Fertile Brain Group. Me, Dr. Kanupriya, Manju, and Dr. Manisha, we are joining one of the event in Fertile Brain on 2nd and 3rd. We are having our own event. 30th, we are having our event. So either we can do this event on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday. Let us do this event with a proper organization. We can do go a little bit early, 6:30 or something like that. But we should, because we should do.
Okay, so that's it. We will have event tomorrow, right, in the PLCS.
Okay.
Sunday,
yes,
tomorrow. So I can say that this event is still a success because we all cooperate. Yeah, and thank you so much. Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say, like, everything happens for good. I mean, even though we didn't have that program, but then this discussion, I mean, that was a lively discussion.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Lively discussed. That's the words. Without plan. So we made it.
Yeah.
So I feel, it's a successful event. Our first day of the FPB International Friendship Day. And at the same time, it's going to be a celebration of my birthday this coming October 2.
Happy birthday to you.
I have the same birthday.
When is your birthday?
Thank you. What?
When
Dr.
is your
Shabanas?
birthday? When is your birthday?
What? I'm sorry.
October 2.
October 2.
Okay.
Remember Mahatma Gandhi?
Yeah. I think this was a better event because